Hi.
Thank you for doing this. Hey,
Yeah.
for you know us in here who have kind of met your dad, and he was very sort of soft spoken. If he was sitting in that seat, what do you think he would sort of make of all of this?
Well, he would try to avoid the seat as much as possible. Um, I think he knew that this is an honor that he would deserve, but he would never expect it. He was a quiet guy that stood in the back and didn't ask for a lot of recognition. But I think truthfully, if he was here, he would definitely be honored, and it was deserved for sure. So.
Or like you sort of growing up, how much did you know of your dad? Like, did you know who he was? Did he sort of bring that stuff up?
Yeah, I mean, I think my brothers and I, we knew that he was kind of good at basketball, but it really wasn't until we, would go to a restaurant or a game and saw people's interaction with him and how much of a big deal he was. And I think that's kind of when my brothers and I would look at him and say like, wow, okay, he's not just our dad that likes to go fishing and go to the cabin and, play with us. He's a big deal. And yeah.
Yeah. And did he maybe share with you guys like his relationship with the school and sort of what that was like and like how this place maybe even changed him?
Yeah, I mean, I think the bits and pieces that I got from him growing up, and I think my brothers too, he loved University of Washington. He came over as a foreign exchange student, and this is the college opportunity that he got to play. And I think it's made an impression on his life forever. In terms of like how we saw it, we would hear stories of his different stories from teammates, sprinkled here and there. But I mean, truthfully, unfortunately, after he passed, we didn't really get. We got more after then because we just heard stories come out of the woodworks and stuff. So.
And then two more from me, then I was passing on. Just from your perspective, how did this sort of come together? Like, was this sort of years in the making? Did it just happen this summer? Like, how did today happen?
I think it's obviously been a topic of conversation for many, many years. Just from my family's point of view and just things that we've seen online, it wasn't just our family who really wanted this. A lot of other people in the community thought that this was deserved for him. And so I think I think it just took time, and it's the right time now, and we're glad it's happening. A lot of people were definitely influences in helping us make this happen. My dad would have never asked for this, like I mentioned, but a lot of people knew that he deserved it too.
So it's up there. We see it covered up. When you finally see it, what do you think you're going to be feeling? What do you think is going to be going through your head and heart?
Truthfully, I think finally, it's going to be a really, really special moment for us. I think that, it's something that goes more than just a jersey for my family and I. It's going to be special for me to bring my kids to see it and, see the family connection there. Same with my brothers. It's going to be emotional. And it's just, we're very, very blessed and excited. Thank you. I'm trying to get my shakiness out of the way.
Oh, you're doing great. Is that your Letterman's jacket or is it his?
No, it's his.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned him at the top, and I'll just date myself again. He was one of the most accommodating guys out here to deal with us. And like I told you.
That's surprising.
Well, he just was a really relaxed superstar. And I covered every one of his games, so I know this for a fact. And he was just not just a good basketball player; he was really a good guy. So, anyways, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thank you.
Just for you guys and your family, obviously you've seen the reaction on social media to the news and the fans coming out here today. You mentioned growing up, kind of seeing the way people reacted to him. Just for you, what's it been like to just kind of see the positive reaction from the Husky community here on social media, but also in person, or any messages you guys might have received over the last few weeks?
It's amazing. When I see his face pop up online, and especially just the amount of media that the University of Washington has done for today, it's been incredible. it's just something that we are all really proud of to see. And it's just like I mentioned earlier, like we know him as our dad, and he was not, this big basketball player in our home. We knew that he was kind of good, but seeing how many people online that have, mentioned finally, and just the amount of support that University of Washington has done, especially with the media and the videos, it's something that my brothers and I probably wouldn't have had the opportunity to see a lot of this footage if something like this wouldn't happen, and so we're very grateful. Sorry if I'm shaky.
No, you were doing great. Hey, just my last one. Just for people who didn't know your dad, for guys on this team, they probably
Yeah.
who is sort of Christian. Just what would you want them to know about Chris?
I think in terms of being a basketball player and being a teammate, he's the example. He played the game the right way. He was loyal. He was fair. He put in the work that needed to be done to make sure that he played how he should play, and was, being able to be relied on by his teammates. So really, the only word that comes to mind is I hope players now and future players that they look up the number 40. They look at his records, or they watch his past film, they talk to previous teammates, and just he's the example of what a teammate and a player should be.
I lied. Do you think your dad's scoring record will ever be broken?
No, I don't. I think we could get into a different conversation, but I'll skip over that. I think especially now that teams have changed and players' priorities have changed. And so I think having somebody that has been so loyal for 4 years to play with one team is rare. And so I don't think it will be broken. So, thank you. Sorry.
I'm sure this has been hard in many ways since this process started, but is there a story along the way that maybe stands out to you, maybe something that you found out about your dad that maybe you were unaware of, or just something that really sticks out along this process?
Process with the jersey being retired. I just heard a bunch of teammate stories a second ago that I did not know. So, I think when the story we just heard from Robert, he got a special plaque made when he beat, or the all-time leading scoring record. I think he was 3 points away. They went into the game, and Robert was the equipment manager at the time, and so they wanted to give Chris, my dad, something that they would remember this moment by, and they bronzed his jock, and it was the whole story behind it, but my dad had no idea it was going to happen. And I think it's those things right now to my family and I that we've never heard those things and those perspectives from people. And I met his college roommate and had never talked with him before, and just the stories that they shared about being my dad's roommate and what he was like, and hogged the TV remote, and it's been really special to hear some of those stories. I'm not sure if I answered that question correctly, but it was, yeah.
Thank you so much, Allie. Thank you, everyone, for the time.
Thank you.